Hello friends, this is Chandrakant from Akulmat Technologies. Welcome to Top Brass Multiverse. In this edition of Multiverse, we will discuss something called strange matter. Strange matter has been recently found out by scientists. Where it exists, what does it do, what are the properties? That discussion is coming up right now. So friends, strange matter is a very peculiar subject, and I think, as the name suggests, the name is strange because it has strange properties. But before we get into a detailed discussion about strange matter, let us understand what matter is. So, as we know, the creation happened after the Big Bang, and there are two types of different materials available. One was called matter, of which we are made of, and other type is called antimatter. And we do not see where the antimatter is because that's the biggest mystery of antimatter not being visible to us. So that is a thing. But we also know that in the initial few seconds of the formation, everything was made of something called strange matter. So we will come to the strange matter in a moment, but let us understand what matter is. We will not discuss about antimatter, but let's understand what matter is. So as we know that everything was made of atoms, and then after further research, the humans found that the atoms can be further broken down into multiple pieces, and we today know that it is made of electrons, protons, and neutrons. And later, scientists also hypothesized that protons and neutrons can be further broken down, and we know that protons and neutrons are made of something called quarks. So there are six kinds of quarks. Each quark has a different property, and based on their combination, the eventual element or particle will take its shape. So, for example, if there is one combination of quarks, you will have a neutron, and in other combination, you will have a proton, which will have a charge. Neutron does not have any charge. At the same time, when atom is formed, there is a mechanism which is available for it to decay further and create a new atom. Say, for example, if there is a very large atom like uranium, it has a natural property to break down into a smaller atoms, smaller elements. So this is there as a phenomena across everything that exists in the universe. Why it is like that? Because I think by breaking down into smaller chunks, universe controls that everything should become more stable. So if something which is very large and has a lot of energy, it should break down into a much smaller, less energy state. So I think everything decays, and now we found out that even proton decays, but the life of proton is very, very high, very large, and the universe has not lived up to that level of life so far because we are just 14 billion years old, whereas the proton can decay into smaller chunks only after 10 to the power 31 trillion years. So we are still a long way to go. But further, as I was saying, that the atoms can decay into smaller pieces and they give out radiation. So in nutshell, the universe contains the matter which is in the form of atoms, and radiation which is coming out from decay of these atoms. Some are coming out of the stars, which is combining, creating more elements in the star, and hence the radiation is coming out across all multiple spectrums of the visible and invisible light. So these are the things which are seen in the universe. Further, as I started discussing about the form of stars, so it is also known that the star will run out of their fuel and they will explode into different afterlives. So if the mass of a star is 15 times more than the mass of the sun, there is no power in the universe which can stop its collapse when it has reached its end of the life, and it will become a black hole. However, if the mass of the star is not that much and it's in the range of 5 to 6 solar masses, then it creates another interesting subject which is called neutron star. And as the name suggests, in neutron star, everything is made of neutrons. And what happens inside a neutron star is like this: that when the star explodes, it does not have that much mass to create that pressure inside the core, and hence uh, it does not become a pure black hole. It becomes something which is intermediate. So a neutron star diameter is something like 10 to 12 kilometers. It's a very small compared to the star size of the star, but it will have a mass of 1.5 times the mass of sun. So you can imagine, in such a small area, so much mass is there. The weight of the material of a star, neutron star material, maybe 1 square centimeter of a cube may weigh as much as Mount Everest, billions of kilograms. So it has a lot of mass. And since the neutron star has a lot of mass, it continues to exert a lot of pressure to the interior, to the inside of the neutron star. So it is also known that because of the pressure, the neutrons which are inside in the interior of the neutron star will also break down. So up to a kilometer of thickness of the neutron star, everything is made of neutrons, or maybe the ions. However, the interior of neutron stars is completely broken down, and the material which exists inside neutron stars is entirely made of quarks and in the form of superfluid. So because quarks then start flowing around like liquid, and then because they are broken down into quarks, it further gets compacted. So when it is getting compacted further, very strange phenomena starts happening at the core itself. What happens is, as we know, there are 6 kinds of quarks that we have identified. In the core of neutron stars, the quarks start to change their form, and then they become only 2 types. These 2 types are very strange in nature. They can exist in a very stable form without being part of an atom as individual quarks itself. They are the most stable form of existence. They can exist at very low temperature. They don't need very high temperature. And the strange thing about the strange quarks is that whichever material they touch, they convert that into their type. So if there is a strange quark which is found at the core of the neutron star, the chances are that it will start spreading like a contagious disease, and the strange matter will be created inside the core of the neutron star, and with time the entire neutron star will become a strange star or a quark star. That means everything is made of quarks. The temperature is 10 to 12 Kelvin, which is quite low, and it is stable. So why this material is considered to be very, very strange is because of these properties, that it has the ability to exist in universe without further reaction. It does not have any chemical reaction or nuclear radiation coming out of it, and it is contagious. So it is supposedly the most dangerous element or thing which is available in universe. If it comes near something, it will convert that into a strange matter. So if it comes near the earth, the chances are it will convert the entire material of the earth, like people, air, ground, everything else that exists here, into strange matter. So that is why scientists have not done any experiments, because they are not sure what would be the side effect of the strange matter. They have not used hadron particle colliders to create strange matter, because they don't know what will happen after that. So this is where it is today. Although it is the most stable form of matter, it is the state of matter at which it completely stabilized, and there are no reactions, no radiation coming out of the strange matter. So friends, this is something that I wanted to bring to you today. Talk about the strange matter. It has very peculiar properties, and it is also very dangerous. Who knows what happens in future, but this is something which requires more research, more evidence are needed, more study of large neutron stars are required? Do let me know. I'll wait for your comment. As you know that I engage with each and every person who writes to me and I respond to them. So I look forward to getting your comment on this subject. And I will meet you next time with more interesting subjects. Until then, bye-bye.